Hello and welcome to this video. Today we will be reacting to PragerU's How Charlie Kirk Changed America 5-minute videos. Now, I want to preface this commentary and video by stating that nobody deserves to die. Nobody, no matter their views, statements, or anything besides murderers deserve to die. Today we will be reacting to this. It will get very political, so check out my channel description if you have not seen any of my videos previously. I am trying to improve the quality of my videos, so I hope this works as well as I plan it to. So, yeah, let's get started. With an ad, of course. Skip the ad. And now we are going to put on some... Where are... Okay, so closed captions, I hope. Yep, okay, so so far it is talking about how on September 10th, 2025, Charlie Kirk was assassinated at Utah State University. This is all truth. I was going home from a small bus ride on a day that was supposed to be joyful of mine, and most of it was, except for the small moment of me coming home, learning about these events that have taken place in Utah. I was distraught. I was mentally destroyed. I was mentally uh, drained, but I still proceeded with my day and went on to have would what would now be considered one of the dumbest mistakes I have ever made. Please, Mason and Colin Media, if you are by chance watching this, do not say a single word about to anybody of which I have said that, because I have not said that. You are lying. Back to the video, because this video is probably going to be half an hour or 20 minutes long if I don't. Crying of relief and anguish that followed had not been seen since the assassination of civil rights. Okay, so the assassination of MLK was in 1968. If you did not see that, many assassinations have taken place since that, and such grief and anguish that the nation has felt after that was the soon after MLK was murdered, the assassination of RFK. I'm pretty sure the grandfather of RFK Jr. or yeah, I believe, who was shot by a Palestinian activist while running for the presidency of the United States in that same year. Also, 9/11 and the attempted assassination of Donald J. Trump, well, both, on the campaign trail, which was both pretty upsetting and angering for the nation. Anyway, it's 7 years earlier. Sunday, September 21st, over 100,000 people attended a memorial service from Stadium of Phoenix, Arizona. The president and the vice president, almost the entire cabinet, major media figures, and leading members of Congress attended. Okay, so these numbers of estimated people watching on television and such are estimated, of course, because we can never know the exact or close to the exact number. Some numbers can be, of course, adjusted because party affiliation. Some wackos, of course, want to, you know, promote the greatness of Turning Point USA after this tragic event. So they want to talk about how many people were, of course, watching, of which we can never be too sure of if tens of millions were actually watching. We are only 41 seconds in. What was it about Charlie that brought so many together? For half of the country at the time, it was his political views and how he fought for them, and how the left took him down for speaking his mind. Of course, because yeah, and for the sane people in the country, I mean, of course, the smart people in the country, it was mostly that he was, I don't know, a human freaking being. People, of course, at the time were being mentally insane and saying that he deserved this. He did not. Nobody deserves this, as I previously stated. We are only 47 seconds into the video. Crap. We are running far behind. I'm sorry, there are so many answers, of course, but if I had to offer one, be this: Charlie, future. I want to see this argument and make my statements while the argument is being made, of course. Who's going? The country was going. Who's going? The country was going. I don't quite. Well, politically, we will find out this year, of course. But tall, yes. Athletic. If you look at the stats, no. Smart. If you look at the test scores, which of course smarts are not, judged based off one singular test. Also now, if you're of course judging based off of test scores, embody the nation so accurately, defended the nation. Well, sometimes of course, yes, he defended the United States. Others he ridiculed the United States and their actions, which, of course, yeah, not have consciously thought about this while he was alive. Yes, people were much more focused on the fact that he said, I don't know, Civil Rights Act of 1964 was a mistake, end quote, Charlie Kirk. MLK was not was a quote unquote bad guy, which to be honest, he was. So if you only focus entirely on his treatment of women. More than that, as a devoted husband. Yep. True. Model for young people. That can be stated as anyone. Whether it's a good or bad model is entirely up for debate. That is the embodiment of the American dream right there. Yep. Truth is. True. True. Also true. Okay, so everything they are saying so far is true, so I shouldn't be pausing this much. I'm deeply sorry. This video is going to be so long. Deeply sorry. Especially vocal about it. Came from he can never fully explain. Okay, so okay. Certainly from high school on, more than a few times. Teachers. I have stories, so if the Mason and Colin Media channel, of course, have made it this far in the video, please comment down below. Tell us, please. And mark it down with the timestamp of when I've said this, so that I remember what I'm talking about. And I'll tell you. Okay, yeah. That's true. Not accepted. That doesn't mean that college is a woke scam just because they don't want you there. Okay? No college at all. One college denied you, now you're mad at all of them and calling them woke scams. Yeah, sure, bud. No one visit college. True. Pretended or did. Okay, let's talk about this before I lose my gosh darn mind and keep pausing this, making this the longest video that I've ever posted, longer than my 2-hour, State of the Union bingo video. Imperialist. Hawaii. Cuba. Central America in general. And the CIA. Fundamentally bad place. Technically not. I mean, the founders did want America to, change with the times and change with, economic philosophy and all this kind of stuff. Racist. Why did we need the 13? Oh, yeah, because slavery existed, because literally every single country on the face of the earth started out as racist. Every country that of course, has existed longer than we have, or slightly younger, slightly younger than we have, slightly. Heartless. Freaking CIA. Need I say more? Okay, yeah. Where America was with more opportunity. Both can be true at the same time, Charlie. In Turning Point USA, hard work. Unless you're targeted by rich people, of course. Yeah. Because, if you're rich, you can do anything to anybody, and anybody can't do anything to you. Truth is. Because God bless capitalism. Okay, so now you are furthering your entire little company here to, because of his gosh darn life. You are using him to further yourselves. Okay, cool. Oh no, he guys, Charlie watched listen to like Dennis Prager, so go listen to PragerU on everything, because that's what Charlie would have wanted. Free market of capitalism, creation fellows to high school and college students. Right-wing Christian values with his version of values to others in a rather large debate setting. and want to discuss verbally with of course, opinions and politics, and the occasional joke here and there. Okay, staging debates, having his big government sucks slogans. That's fair. Conservatism, maybe for the first time ever. Cool. No. He used his First Amendment right like the founders intended, continuing freedom of speech and public discourse like he wanted. Not that it was new, crazy, radical, insane. True. Trump. Yep. And much later, in the later year of 2025, he would find many disagreements with man, such as handling of the Epstein files. Wait, did PragerU just admit that Trump is old enough to be his grandpa? Wonder what they were saying about Joseph Robinette Biden Jr. Definitely unapologetic, totally, I promise, which is true, by the way. If you include a billion words in saying that you're the best at A, B, C, and D combined, here's this small thing that only we do. We're the best at it in the industry of one. Good for you, bud. Slightly. True. We will see if, America becomes a theocracy, which it shouldn't be because the Constitution said it shouldn't be. American way. Oh! Yes, because leftism is, communism and support for equality, and the American way is invading foreign countries because we feel like it. Got it. Okay, yeah. Despair and misery. Kind of like the withdrawal from Afghanistan started by President Donald J. Trump. Anyway, Erica Kirk. True. True. Something that he slightly regretted, but also still supported. Wonder why there were Republican weaknesses? Probably because college students support thinking your own way, and not just listening to Fox. This is true. He did this, or attempted to. Yeah. Most people would say that this is a radical comparison. It's not. It's because you gave a man with a poor mental health a firearm. You let him keep it because God bless the Second Amendment, and his poor mental health kicked in to be worse than it actually was previously. Wonder how that could have been avoided, bud. He did possibly dislike what Charlie stated. True. Envy and allowed to carry a gun. Didn't hate Charlie. He hated God. I see where you're getting at, but he clearly also hated himself and hated everybody around him, including God, probably. You can only kill his representative. I want to say so much. None of it is coming out. I will listen to this argument or read it. Just murder, just Peter. A man killed for preaching his beliefs, some of which are that the Civil Rights Act of 1964 is bad, and killed because the Second Amendment grants all people with poor mental health firearms to do whatever they want whenever they want because security is bad in some places. Two biblical figures. What? What are we doing? Yeah, this is some true educational, non-biased reporting and truth. Trust PragerU to tell you unbiased fact. Many indications that this martyrdom may have inspired that. Well, slight revival, not entirely that big of a revival, but it most certainly has affected the sudden slight revival, if you can call it that. True. And then you will leave his name in the dust and replace it with Donald Trump's, because apparently, great things. Anyway, that was PragerU's video. I'm Modern Commentator. Go subscribe to Mason and Colin Media and their other channels such as Mason Schaefer and Luigi MSS for more, coming either this weekend or the next. From Modern Commentator, my name is Jerry, and we will see you in the next one, and let history keep ringing on for many years to come. Peace.